So I'll give you another rule for Quasimodo. Firstly, right, it must have a smooth flow. It must have lows, highs. Now, notice that this one is not a valid Quasimodo, right? Because price did not come back to retest this zone, right? Price did not come back to retest this zone. So, if we were to draw, if we were to draw to confirm our zone, if we connect both lows, then now we try to do the highs, you will see that price did not reach the point of interest, right? And the point of interest too had no breaker block. You see now, it had no breaker block, so price did not see reason for it to come down. You see now, price did not see reason for it to come down. There was no breaker block here, because if price come down, it has to meet an order block. Sorry, there was no order block here, so price had to meet an order block here, but there was none. So we go to a different scenario. There can be many scenarios of Quasimodo. You just need to spot the pattern. If you can visualize the pattern, analyze it, and so on and so forth, you will easily know which one is which. So lows, highs, lows, highs, lows. Therefore, what do? We first of all draw our nearest lows, right? The lows that touch each other, this low and this low. Then now we draw the nearest highs that touch each other, these highs and these highs. So what is our zone? Our zone is this, right? From here to here, that's our zone, right? Now inside our zone, what are we targeting? Inside our zone, is there an order block? Yes, this is the blue candle, this blue candle, because it is as from this blue candle that market started shooting. So when price gave lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, then it break to form a higher high, it came now to form a higher low. Now inside this zone, we now caught this bullish candle is an order block, because it is as from either market started shooting up before now it came down to retest that zone before now it shoots up. So if we were to take a trick here, we will target our blue candle, the order block, then now you target your 1:2. If you want to target 1:2, this is where it's going to be. So we target 1:2 or 1:3. This 1:3 or 1:4. It all depends on you. You see that price went right up above, but it's usually always safe to target 1:2, max 1:3, and you are safe. So that's that. Let me quickly look for another turn. Now if you look at this thing, we target these lows, right? But price did not validate this particular pattern, because there was no higher high, and the nearest higher high was right at this zone, making it invalid, right? Because if we want to target this zone, this resistant area is still lower than this, so it's invalid. It has to be higher, and the only height that connect is right here, and it is going to make it invalid, because market is not supposed to take long to form a pattern. When market takes long to form a pattern in a particular time zone, it becomes very risky. What's happening? Network, I guess. Network is making me not to go backward. Let me see. AUDJPY. I like changing the 15-minute time frame because you can get a lot of positions from it. 15-minute, 5-minute time frame. And note, I'm telling you again, it's not all the time that I look at the higher time frame, right? It's not all the time that I look at the higher time frame, but it's always advisable to look at the higher time frame if you don't know the direction of the market. It's always advisable. So let me see here. Okay, concerning our last class, I spoke to you about when there are some exceptions where price is going to break through your support zone, right? But the next candle automatically goes back inside the support zone. Take that trade majority of the time. Now I'm going to look for again another example. Study this particular pattern well. Look at price entered the support zone, right? This zone. Then now with the red candle, then the bullish candle automatically closed above. You see now, the bullish candle automatically closed above, telling you that price has rejected going downwards. Now, one thing you need to understand is that you don't just need to read patterns. You need to understand the reason behind those patterns, why market is making the way it is making. Because now I just automatically read and understood the market wanted to go down, but it invalidates that and went up. Means that it rejected the lower prices and what went up. Now what are we supposed to do? We are supposed to take our trade starting from there. We take our trade starting from there. Then we set our stop loss to be here. Always set your stop loss to be below the lows. Then now we can target the 1:2. 1:2 is in you have a good trade with a 1:2. So always make sure you understand the reason why market is doing what it is doing. Don't just see a chart pattern and say that hey, this one connects, this one connects, let me trade. No, you should have points, right? You should have points. I'm not saying that you should have 100 reasons why you are supposed to take a trade, but build your reasons, build your points. Every individual has their own confirmation. I'm telling you my own confirmation. You can adopt mine into your strategy. You see now, yes. So these 3 videos that I've sent to you, study them well. First of all, study them very keenly.